going somewhere.
This episode thankfully delivers what people hoped to witness from such a disturbing grizzled warrior with a shadowy history from one movie, by letting him execute a bunch of clones and a Jedi to boot. Sadly though, this is as far as we get regarding his character growth in the series. Before I delve much further into my thoughts however, let's get into what we're given. We open on Ahsoka and Luminara passing the torch in this relay, for Gunray being the carrot on the end of this fucking stick apparently, to Master Kit Fisto. You know, the really happy one in the arena full of his dead allies. That guy. Good to see you, buddy.
Wow, cool. Wait a minute. The fuck?
He descends to the moon of Vasek, where he greets his former apprentice, Nadar Veb, a Mon Cala, same as...
It's a trap!
Yeah, you get it. And its squad of men led by Commander Phil. As they track the location of Gunray, they find themselves at a set of large doors that Phil takes the approach of blowing up and Veb wants to cut through, whereas Kit takes a calm, collected and composed approach, you know, the 3 C's of life, discovering a hidden button that lets him get in undetected.
Good job.
As they traverse the maze inside, they manage to locate Gunray's hologram.
God fucking damn it!
Dooku gets in contact with them, asking that they stick around for a surprise.
Very well, if you wish.
They decide to wander the halls a bit, where they realise that they are the bait and this is the lair of General Grievous.
What?
Despite this revelation, however, they decide to press further into the halls and discover what remains of his conquests in battle. Meanwhile, Dooku contacts Grievous, who is still salty over the malevolence in the Sky Station debacles, and presses Grievous for more dramatic results. More dead Jedi. Grievous returns to his lair, unaware of the Jedi's infiltration, and is quickly caught off guard by a bunch of clones. He quickly dispatches of a few of them, and after being almost dismembered, crawls away into another hidden chamber to patch himself up. When Kit, Veb, and Phil are all that remain of the group, Grievous unleashes his pet Gore into the pen. The creature manages to kill Phil, enraging Veb, who seeks revenge against him now, and it becomes a concern for Kit. Kit advises that they leave, and after tracking down where Grievous's comm room is, try and sneak in. But Grievous's medical droid clues him in, and Veb stays outside to try and take him on, after impressively destroying a couple of Magna Guards. Grievous overcomes this minor annoyance and kills Veb, leaving Kit the only survivor from the escape room. As he goes to leave, Grievous confronts him, and Kit displays some incredible skills that we never got to witness in the movies. You know, because of Palpatine. And evades death in this moment, choosing to leave rather than try and take him on. Kit reports what transpired back to the Council, and Yoda grows concerned of what the war is turning the Jedi into. This is easily a landmark episode for Season 1. It gave us a little more insight into the history of the Great General, presented Master Fisto in a far more redeeming manner, then offered up an idea of what the war is doing to certain individuals of the Jedi Order right now, who still have goodness in them and are taught restraint and to not give in to their emotions, but are starting to become astray from this path. The war rages on, and we see the badassery from various Jedi and clones involved, but it's subtle little character shifts like this that make it for me. The clones get equal chances to shine throughout the show and present their thoughts, ideologies and philosophies, but what of the Jedi that aren't Obi-Wan, Anakin or Ahsoka? Veb is a one-time deal on screen, and his appearance taught us a few things. Firstly, Padawans are being trialed too soon, which means that they don't develop the wisdom, composure, or ability to refine themselves in the way that you'd expect from a Jedi like Kit Fisto. Next, Kit was removed from Veb's side due to the war beginning, and as we see the levels of composure and rational behaviour that Kit possesses, this could have easily made Veb an effective Jedi, but that teacher was removed so early in his development, possibly led him to becoming compromised now, and giving into his anger and what Grievous does. Lastly, the fact that Jedi like Yoda, Mace and Kit are realising this, and yet do nothing about it.
Excuse me, what?
Due to their concerns for saving the galaxy is a major flaw in their beliefs, as they commit themselves to protect the lives of those in the galaxy, but that should include themselves, right? But instead, they're being raised in the temple and shipped out to war as the earliest convenience. This is what leads the likes of Barriss to go fuck it by the end. The result of this war is the Jedi die, but we can see here they're already setting themselves up for it. On the other side of this, Grievous is being tested to prove his worth and position in all this, and is reliant on his hatred and anger to fuel him in most of his fights, but that fails him as he cannot defeat Kit. I personally feel like Force wielders as a general rule are at their strongest when they are fighting for objective truth in the galaxy, and what is morally correct. As we later see with Ahsoka, for example, is what kept her alive for so long. She joins the rebellion to provide the galaxy with the peace that the Clone War never did, to deliver on that moral duty to the galaxy. Regardless of the outcome against Kit, Grievous was a force to be reckoned with, even if it was just against a small squad. It was like witnessing Battlefront 2 Grievous jump onto the screen for a moment and just full on button mash. There were aspects to this that felt akin to a horror movie, which you could say it was, as he keeps trophies of his battles, usually lightsabers or braids from living beings. Something that was deeply connected to those individuals, and for Kit to walk amongst the graves of these fallen Jedi was a cold visual message. The only major disappointment coming out of this one is the lack of Grievous content after. We don't get any more information regarding Grievous's past in the show, and I think this was a huge misstep. Grievous has history in these rooms, including gore, and from what we can analyse in between pausing is fascinating, and I'd love to see more of it. The music that was used for this really helped support the tone of this episode, and helped underline the darkest moments with some of the haunting, ominous vocals. Visually, for one that played out in dark, was well lit, making for some terrifying encounters with Grievous as you only had the headlights from the clones' helmets, particularly if you were part of the younger audience watching this. The highlight of this episode though was honestly Kit throughout the whole thing, and it was a joy to explore his character properly and see what's beyond that smile. As for Nadar, I guess it's just another casualty in this war, but he was valuable in giving us an idea of where the Jedi's misdoings are. That's all I've got to say for this one. If you like it, smash that thumbs up, subscribe for more reviews like this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, and may the Force be with you.